Why are there not more people talking about growing giant pumpkins? You can't grow a giant from a dwarf, Grandpa used to say. He was right. Seed selection is the foundation of success. We always saved seeds from the biggest, healthiest pumpkins. Each seed was carefully examined. Only the plumpest, heaviest seeds were deemed worthy. These were nature's athletes. We dried them carefully, ensuring no moisture remained. Stored in a cool, dark place, they awaited their destiny. "Feed the soil, and it will feed you," was another of Grandpa's sayings. He believed that the secret to a bountiful harvest lay in the care and attention given to the soil. Giant pumpkins are hungry beasts. They need nutrient-rich soil to reach their full potential. Without the right nutrients, they would never grow to their impressive sizes. We prepared the soil meticulously. Months before planting, we dug deep trenches. This was not a task for the faint-hearted. It required dedication and hard work. These trenches were filled with a rich mixture of compost, which we had been preparing for months. The compost was a blend of kitchen scraps, garden waste, and other organic materials, aged manure, which added essential nutrients and improved soil structure, and wood ash, which provided potassium and other trace minerals. This feast provided all the essential nutrients. The soil became a living, breathing entity, teeming with microorganisms that helped break down organic matter and release nutrients. We checked the soil pH, making sure it was slightly acidic. This was crucial because certain nutrients are more available to plants in slightly acidic conditions. This ensured optimal nutrient absorption. The roots of the plants could easily take up the nutrients they needed to grow strong and healthy. Good soil is the foundation upon which giants are built. Without it, even the best seeds and the most careful tending would be in vain. The soil is the heart of the garden, and its health determines the success of the harvest. We started our seeds indoors, weeks before the last frost. Each seed nestled in its own biodegradable pot filled with seed-starting mix. We placed them on a sunny windowsill, their leaves reaching for the light. We turned them regularly, ensuring even growth. We kept the soil consistently moist but never soggy. Overwatering is a common mistake. It can lead to root rot and stunt growth. Our seedlings thrived, eager to meet their destiny. "Water is life," Grandpa would remind me. Consistent deep watering is crucial, especially during the early stages. We installed a drip irrigation system around each plant. This delivered water directly to the roots, minimizing evaporation and waste. We monitored the soil moisture regularly. We didn't want the soil to dry out completely. Overwatering was just as detrimental as underwatering. Finding the right balance is key. Am I the only one that didn't know pumpkin vines grow with incredible speed and vigor? Left unchecked, they can quickly turn into a tangled mess. We trained our vines to grow in straight lines using stakes and twine. This improved air circulation and made it easier to spot pests and diseases. We selected the healthiest pumpkin on each vine and pinched off any others. This directed all the plant's energy into growing one giant fruit. Another trick is to apply mulch around the vines to retain moisture and suppress weeds. Like all athletes, giant pumpkins need a balanced diet. We continued to feed them throughout the growing season. Every few weeks we'd top dress with compost or aged manure. We also brewed nutrient-rich compost tea. This concoction was like a magic potion, boosting growth and vitality. We avoided chemical fertilizers. They might provide a quick fix, but they can also harm the soil and the beneficial microbes that live within it. Our pumpkins were exposed to the elements, vulnerable to pests and diseases. We inspected them regularly, looking for signs of trouble. We handpicked any pesky insects we found. For diseases, we used organic solutions like neem oil and insecticidal soap. We protected our pumpkins from the scorching sun by providing shade cloth during the hottest part of the day. A little care goes a long way. Grandpa taught me to be observant, to listen to the subtle cues of nature. We kept a detailed journal noting down everything. We recorded the weather, the amount of water we used, and any changes we observed in the plants. This journal became a treasure trove of information. It allowed us to learn from our mistakes and improve our methods year after year. It was a testament to our dedication and our bond with the plants. The day of the competition finally arrived. The air was filled with excitement and anticipation as farmers and gardeners from all around gathered to showcase their hard work. Our giant pumpkin, a testament to months of hard work and dedication, stood proudly in the field. It was the culmination of countless early mornings, late nights, and unwavering commitment. It was a sight to behold. People gathered around, marveling at the sheer size and beauty of the pumpkin. It was more than just a vegetable, it was a symbol of perseverance and passion. It wasn't just about winning. The competition was a celebration of community, where everyone shared their stories, tips, and experiences. It was a time to connect with others who shared the same love for the land. It was about the journey, the countless hours spent nurturing the plants, the challenges faced, and the lessons learned along the way. Each stage of growth brought its own set of rewards and obstacles. The knowledge passed down through generations, from my grandpa to me, was invaluable. It was a legacy of wisdom, patience, and respect for nature. Working side by side with family, we learned the true meaning of hard work and dedication, and the deep satisfaction of working with nature to create something extraordinary. There was a profound sense of accomplishment in seeing the fruits of our labor, knowing that we had nurtured these plants from tiny seeds to magnificent giants. As I stood there admiring our handiwork, I couldn't help but feel a deep connection to the earth and to my roots. The pumpkin patch was more than just a garden. It was a testament to our family's heritage and the values we held dear. I felt a profound sense of gratitude for my grandpa and the legacy he had left behind. His teachings had shaped not only our garden but also our lives. The bond we shared over the years, working the soil together, was irreplaceable. The secrets of the giants lived on. Each seed we planted carried with it the wisdom of generations past, and each harvest was a tribute to the enduring spirit of our family. As the sun set over the pumpkin patch, I knew that this legacy would continue to thrive, season after season. Pause 3S. The sun dipped lower, casting long shadows over the competition grounds. The judges moved from one entry to the next, their faces a mask of concentration. Each passing minute felt like an eternity. Our giant pumpkin stood still and proud, waiting for its moment of truth. The air buzzed with nervous chatter and the rustling of leaves. As the judges approached our entry, I held my breath. This was the culmination of everything we had worked for. Months of dedication and countless hours in the field all came down to this one moment. The suspense was almost unbearable. I glanced around at the other contestants, each one sharing the same mixture of hope and anxiety. It was a humbling reminder that we were all in this together, bound by our love for the land and the fruits it bore. The head judge finally stopped in front of our pumpkin, taking out a measuring tape and notebook. Time seemed to stand still. The world around us faded away, leaving only the giant pumpkin and the critical eyes of the judges. Every detail, every curve and blemish was examined meticulously. My heart pounded in my chest as I watched them confer, whispering amongst themselves. Then, with a nod, they moved on to the next entry. The wait was agonizing. We had done everything we could, and now it was out of our hands. It was a moment of truth, not just for us, but for our family's legacy. The final countdown had begun. Pause 2S. The moment of truth had arrived. The weigh-in. A hush fell over the crowd as the massive scale was wheeled into place. Contestants and spectators alike held their breath, eyes fixed on the platform where each giant pumpkin would soon reveal its true weight. Our turn came. The pumpkin, our labor of love, was carefully lifted and placed on the scale. The digital numbers flickered, teasing us with each passing second. The anticipation was palpable. My heart pounded louder than ever, and I could feel a collective tension in the air. The final weight displayed on the screen. Gasps and murmurs rippled through the crowd. It was a moment frozen in time, a culmination of all our hard work and dedication. The judges noted the weight and moved on, but for us, it was a moment of triumph. We had brought our best, and whatever the outcome, we knew we had given it our all. The weigh-in was not just a measure of our pumpkin size, but a testament to our journey. It was a powerful reminder that the true reward lay in the effort, the patience, and the love we had poured into the soil. As the sun began to set, the atmosphere shifted from tense anticipation to joyous celebration. The Champions Feast was a time-honored tradition, a moment to honor the fruits of our labor and the spirit of community that brought us together. Tables were laden with an array of dishes, each incorporating the star of the event, the pumpkin. There were pumpkin soups, pies, and even pumpkin bread, all crafted with love and creativity. Laughter and stories filled the air as people shared their experiences and newfound friendships. It was a feast, not just for the body, but for the soul. The giant pumpkins, now free from the pressure of competition, stood as proud symbols of what we could achieve when we dared to dream big. In that moment, surrounded by fellow growers and enthusiasts, we realized that the true prize was not a trophy or a title, but the journey we had all taken together. The Champions Feast was a celebration of hard work, perseverance, and the joy of coming together to create something truly extraordinary.